They planned it like a movie because they loved movies, and in 3 acts. First act was big bombs going off in the cafeteria, and that was the main event for them. 2 big bombs which would kill everyone instantly, about 600 people, hopefully bring the walls, the ceiling crashing down. The school would go up in flames. Act 2 was them standing outside, pre-positioned by their cars in specific locations, ready, geared up, and with semi-automatic weapons to mow down the survivors as they came out of the school. And that was the have fun, is what they put in their day timer. So that was the enjoyable part of it. Then they weren't sure what was going to happen. They expected cops to come in a shootout, so they expected to sort of like die in glory in the act. And then probably after their own death would be Act 3, the sort of coup de grace, which would be their cars were loaded up with massive amounts of more explosives. By this time, hopefully on national television, and while first responders were set up and saving people, that would erupt and tear through the ambulances and people being helped, and would be just the gory, disgusting horror show, and that would be the end of it. Up until now, everything has gone fine. Amazingly fine. But they're at the parking lot. At some point, very quickly, they realize it hasn't worked. The bombs failed. They have to go to Plan B. There is no Plan B.
The shooters then got out of their cars and they walked to the school and they went up to the top of the stairs.
We know then from witness accounts, one of them, probably Eric, yells, "Go, go!" And the shooting starts, all hell breaks loose.
There's no way my high school is being shot up, or that I'm witnessing a gun going off, and trying to justify in my head what I'm seeing as not being a threat. I ran back to the school, and I made it all the way back to the door. I had my hand on the door. And I was pulling it back open to get back into the building, and I'm stepping into the building at this point. My foot's in the door. And as soon as I got to the point where I felt relief from, I knew I was safe at this point, my legs went out, and it felt like I got kicked by a mule in my back. And I laid there, it was immediate, on the ground, couldn't feel my legs. And I remember looking back, trying to move, and my legs are just dangling.
At this point, down in the cafeteria, it's becoming chaotic because kids are beginning to see kids are laying out there. This is not a prank. This isn't a movie. Dave Sanders, a teacher, starts trying to get these kids corralled. And I can't tell you how many kids' lives he saved that day, getting them to go left, run down that hall and out the front of the school and across the street.